And here is the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, May the 29th, 2022. It's the birthday of the author G.K. Chesterton, Gilbert Keith Chesterton, born in London, 1874. He dabbled in the occult as a young man, then returned to the Church of England and converted to Catholicism later in life. He was a Christian who disagreed sharply with many people he knew, including H.G. Wells, George Bernard Shaw, but he was so good-humored that he kept them as close friends. He was also very prolific, wrote very fast, scarcely edited what he wrote some 80 books, fiction and criticism and literary biography and theology, poems, about 4,000 newspaper essays, created the character of Father Brown, a detective priest. Today is the birthday of John F. Kennedy in Brookline, Massachusetts, 1917, who at 43 became the youngest man ever elected president. He grew up playing sports in Brookline, joined Scout Troop No. 2, was almost expelled from school for blowing up a toilet seat with a firecracker. He was hospitalized off and on with what was later diagnosed as Addison's disease. Went off to Harvard. He swam on the varsity team, served in the Naval Reserve in World War II, commanded a PT boat in the South Pacific that was sliced in half by a Japanese destroyer, 1943. He got his crew to shore. He towed one injured man with his teeth. And after they were rescued, Kennedy was asked about his heroics. He said, "It was involuntary. They sank my boat." His war service helped him get elected to Congress from Massachusetts' 11th District, then the U.S. Senate. His book Profiles in Courage, 1957, won the Pulitzer Prize. Campaigning for the presidency in 1960, Kennedy was asked if a Catholic could be elected president. He said, "No one asked me my religion in the South Pacific." He was elected president in 1960, the closest in 20th century history. He won by just 0.2%. In his inaugural speech, he said, "In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Here's a poem for today by George Bilgier, entitled Joy. Today I sit on the sun porch with my body, just the two of us for a change, the flu having left me for someone else. I'm thinking about how good it is to have been sick, to have been turned inside out. Until we are sick, says Keats, we understand not. And for 4 or 5 days I understood, fully and completely. There was absolutely no ambiguity, no misunderstandings of any sort whatsoever. For a while, I thought I'd never get better. I'd be that sick eagle staring at the sky on a permanent basis. But we're living in the age of miracles. Another jetliner smacked into New York, only this time nobody got hurt. A black guy thoroughly fumigated the White House. And this morning, I woke up feeling like a little French village the Nazis suddenly decided to pull out of after a particularly cruel occupation. The baker has come back to his store, and everything smells like warm baguettes. The children are playing in the schoolyard. The piano bars along the river have thrown open their doors. And here you are with coffee and an open blouse and 2 cool breasts from the land of joy. A poem by George Bilgier, Joy, from The White Museum, published by Autumn House Press. That's the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, May the 29th. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.